Hello and welcome to the pre-Father's Day edition of Sports Talk right here on Love 101 FM. I am Daniel Blake. Thank you so much for joining me. It is Saturday, June 18, 2022. So glad that you could join me. If it's your first time, thank you so much for listening, and if you're a regular listener, big up yourself as always. And remember, Sports Talk is brought to you by Jamaica Customs Agency, Country Above Self. There are several ways that you can listen to the show. I'll remind you again, you can do it the old-fashioned way on your radio. If you want to download the Love 101 FM app, you can move about and do anything what you want. So that you don't have to stay one place. Then you go in your Google Play or Apple Store on your smartphone or whichever device, download it there. You can go into your internet browser, love101.org, and listen live there. Or you can go on Love 101 FM's YouTube and Facebook page, and you'll be able to see and hear everything live. Thank you so much for joining me. All right, so as you know, today is what should I say? It's Father's Day Eve, and it's going to be a very special show because we're going to have a very special guest later on in the show, Clinton Forte, who is the father of Jamaican male sprinter Julian Forte, and he's also the father of award-winning sports journalist, sports anchor Jordan Forte. So we'll be talking to him later on just about how he manages sons with sporting careers. It's very unique to have two sons who are successful in different aspects of sports. But today I definitely needed a very special co-host. And since it's the pre-Father's Day edition, no better host than my father, Davidton Blake. Daddy, how are you?
Hey, Danny. I'm good.
Lovely to see you. I probably should have given you a dress code because I don't like the fact that you're wearing that Liverpool jersey. That's not allowed, right?
Well, I'm father,
yeah, you get
liberties.
That is true. I've taken many liberties throughout my life. But thank you so much for joining me. Firstly, people need to know that you are not just a sports fan, but a sports man. Just quickly tell people about your sporting life. And I don't think it should take that long, to be honest, but just tell them anyways.
No, it won't take much long, but I literally played all sports. I played football, I played cricket, I played table tennis,
True.
volleyball, the exotic sports like tennis, handball, and volleyball.
Why you
I
call
held my own on them. I actually also did some coaching in football. So, yeah, that's my sporting spread.
I just want to know why you said tennis and golf is exotic. No, don't answer that. Don't answer that. I got you. And not a lot of people can. All right. So, as you know, you'll be here with me until 2:00. So before we go into my monologue for today, we're going to go into our sports bits, which is a mini version of a sportscast for some big things that you may or may not have heard. So, Daddy, take it away.
Thank you, Daniel. I am told we are having an echo. I'm not sure how everybody else is hearing, but let's go. Starting with athletics. Shelley and Fraser Price will compete in the women's 100 meter later this afternoon at the Paris Diamond League, which is currently on the way. The reigning world champion in what is expected to be our final race before the national trials next week will go up against the likes of Marie Jose Kalou of the Ivory Coast and Trinidad's Michelle Lee. Fraser Price is the only Jamaican down to compete in Paris. Meanwhile, 2016 Olympic champion Omar McLeod is expected to compete at the National Senior Trials, said he didn't compete at the Oslo Diamond League on Thursday due to personal issues. McLeod was down to catch World League that had immense hurdles, posted on his Instagram page. He wasn't in the mental and physical shape to compete. The National Senior and Junior Trials will run from this Thursday, June 23rd, to Sunday, June 26th. The regular boys qualified, and this is no football, qualified for the World Cup next year after the 1-1 draw with Mexico on Tuesday in League Action of the CONCACAF Nations League. The results means that the boys will finish in the top two of their group, which secures automatic qualification to the World Cup. Football. At the end, the first leg of the Jamaica Premier League quarterfinals will take place this Monday at Savannah Park at 5 p.m. Out of you will clash on the yards. Then at 7:30, defending champions Cavaliers battle Mount Pleasant. The second leg will be played on Thursday. Some news on basketball. The Golden State Warriors are the 2021-2022 NBA champions after securing a 4-2 series win over the Boston Celtics. Steph Curry won his first ever Finals MVP after averaging 31 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. It was also the title for Curry, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, and Andre Iguodala, and force head coach Steve Kerr. The Celtics' 14-year title drought continues after the last win back in 2008. And just a little news on cricket, Bangladesh is now 186, and they lead by 26, and this is their second inning. So that match is still going on for those of you who are interested. And that's the sports bit for today.
All right, thank you so much, Dad. All right, so let's go into my monologue for this week, the Danilog.
This is Hope Blake.
I am Ariel Brown Blake.
I'm here to tell you right now.
It's time for the Danilog.
The Danilog.
The Danilog.
I love it. Presented by no one.
All right, Daddy, I'm sure that you're familiar with Richard Williams, correct?
Yes, I am.
All right. There we go. The father of Venus and Serena. Now, when Venus and Serena were little, as in very like kids, Richard believed that they could be super dominant athletes in tennis. And many people doubted him and even his methods because two young black girls entering a predominantly white sport, like people are saying that it wouldn't be possible, but he believed that it would be. So he trained them hard. He got them the best training possible. And his daughters are now legends of the sport. So when I was younger, I had a father, Davidson Blake, who facilitated all of my sporting dreams, I should say. So you said you played everything. I think I played everything as well. Football, cricket. I played the exotic sport, tennis. So thank you for breaking that barrier. I think I did swim too. That's true. Almost made the national team. We get into that another day. Yeah, I think that's everything. Because Arden never have basketball. Arden Prep never had basketball. So yeah, so I doubt when you were doing all this, you didn't well. Let me ask you. You thought that I'd turn out to be like some super athlete?
Well, that's my dream and my prayers. You were a good footballer. You were an excellent cricketer. And I was disappointed that you didn't continue to cricket at Woolman. But you were a very good cricketer.
Yeah, a lot of my anxiety issues and so forth prevented me. But nonetheless, whichever sport I did, you supported those dreams in whatever way you could. And I also think about young Akeem Blake, rising Jamaican sprinter who did an interview with one of my colleagues, Shoshana McGowan, recently. We're not related to Akeem Blake, by the way. We're not related to Johan Blake either. So Akeem spoke about how his father would essentially give his last. So I assume that my mother is in there trying to cause some chaos. But anyways, my point is, which is the main point, is that fathers, especially in sports, play a key role in their, not only their son's development, but their son's confidence as well. So even moving into sports journalism, the support that I got from my father, that's you, has been, very, very special. There were times when I used to screenshot and send me things of things that I used to say when I was on TV or those type of things. And those things really make me feel good, So, firstly, thank you so much, Dad, for supporting me throughout all this. It truly means a lot because, I know that not a lot of people are privileged to be in this type of position where they have their fathers supporting them every step of the way. So thank you, firstly. But also to all the fathers out there who have sons or daughters in sports or who want to do sports, you are going to need to be there because you are essentially going to be their rock. So just continue to look out for them, support them in any way they can. It doesn't have to necessarily be financially because sometimes, words matter, and showing love and appreciation and affection and just going to those games, going to those events, whatever it is, just continue to support your child. So again, Dave, thank you so much for supporting me in all my journey. Sorry that I wasn't able to become a super athlete, but I hope that I'm still making you proud. Yeah, all right. You're speechless.
No, I'm not speechless.
Oh, just
Maybe I have to do my super athlete. Maybe I would believe more much often without waiting months to see you. So we get to see quite a bit more because it's still not just super athlete.
All right, I will take that as a good thing. All right, so we are going to head into our break, but when we come back, I'm going to be debating my father a little bit, something that I usually do pretty often. So stay with us. I am with my father, David Blake, who will be here throughout the show until 2 o'clock. We take a break and then we'll come back.
Say thanks to Dad with a gift of unlimited from Flow. Enjoy great smartphone deals when you switch now, like a ZTE A31 for just $5,000 or a TCL 20E for just $16,900 GCT included. And both phones are loaded with 7 days of unlimited talk, YouTube, social, and data for TikTok. Plus, you get a free sunglasses. Switch at a Flow store today and keep your number available while stocks last.
Many of our brothers and sisters lose hope when diagnosed with HIV. Some lose their will to continue being a part of society. Others are despaired by the challenges of keeping up with their treatment. We understand. But remember, people with HIV live normal and progressive lives every day. You can too if you get back on track with your HIV treatment. Live for you, live for someone, live for something.
Get back on track, get back to life.
A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Crime Stop Jamaica 311 Unsolved. Help us to solve the gunslaying of Michael Jr. Speedy Edwards, who was murdered at home on Bonito Way, Brayton Phase 1, Portmore, on Sunday, March 13, 2022 at 3:30 p.m. Explosions rang out and a family member checked. He found Mr. Edwards lying on his couch in his backyard hut with gunshot wounds to the head. Crime Stop Jamaica is offering a total reward of $250,000 for information leading to an arrest and charge. Call Crime Stop Jamaica 311. Don't hide it, tell it. Solving crime pays.
What a heat! What a whole heap of sun! At the best time to explore. Come make we have some fun. You heard right. Summer is knocking on our doors. And you can be sure that Love 101, the family station, will be taking the fun to a town near you. And we're off! St. Elizabeth! St. Elizabeth! Love 101 is coming your way for the first stop in this year's I Love Summer. It's time to explore tour. Yes, we're kickstarting the fun in the town of Santa Cruz at Camric Hardware. Come join us Saturday, June 18 from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. for live performances, games, giveaways, prizes, and surprises. Come chat and interact with some of our very own Love 101 announcers. I Love Summer. It's time to explore tour. First stop, Saturday, June 18, 2 to 5 p.m. in the town of Santa Cruz at Camric Hardware on Santa Plaza. It's gonna be good. St. Elizabeth, here we come.
Love 101's I Love Summer Tour, the Jamaica 60 edition.
Love 101 I Love Summer Tour St. Elizabeth stop is sponsored by PJ's Distributors Limited, your affordable farm, household, haberdashery and hardware store. Bashco Trading, the store that gives you more. Camric Hardware Limited, for all your hardware and building supplies. Prime Wholesale and Supermarket, for all your grocery items, meats and more. Las Vegas Cafe Seafood Restaurant, home of the seafood. Ministry of Labor and Social Security, PATH, advancing your family, developing Jamaica. K-Cam Tires and Oils, Little Ochi Seafood Restaurant, Advanced Refrigeration Service for all your refrigeration and AC unit services and supplies. Ministry of Health and Wellness, healthy people, healthy community. Bulldog Cleaning Services, your professional cleaners. Jamaica Customs, country above self. CG Truck Parts and Accessories, home of all your Isuzu and Mitsubishi truck parts. Sips Spring Water, Simply Sips, and Manchester Cooperative Credit Union, where service exceeds expectation.
Welcome back to Sports Talk here on Love 101, your family station. It is the pre-Father's Day edition, and I am with my father, Davidson Blake. Dave, you're all right, right?
I hope I am.
You hope you are. All right. So, we're going to have a mini debate, which is something that me and my father do on a regular basis. Not just about sports. We debate a lot about... all right, let me not get into that part. But, so on Thursday, is Thursday? Yes. As we mentioned, or as he mentioned in the sports bits, the Golden State Warriors, NBA champions. It's the fourth title for Steph Curry, first finals MVP. my father started supporting Golden State Warriors since when you said again, 2014?
When Kobe left Lakers, yes.
Well,
you and I were Kobe fans.
I was a Lakers fan and still am, and Kobe just so happened to play for the Lakers, and I'm still a Lakers fan. But by the way, Kobe was still playing when Golden State won. But anyways, that's not the point. You are saying, or not saying, but you believe that Steph Curry is now greater than LeBron James. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Let me hear what you have to say, because this is very interesting.
I would lose that confidence if I said that. I'm not saying he's great.
Okay.
But I prefer Curry over LeBron. In other words, I would watch Kobe. I mean, Steph play over and over, and he's the most exciting player. And he has the stats to go with it to show that he's an extremely great player. So I would say he's greater than LeBron, but he's more exciting than LeBron.
He's more exciting, and he's more exciting because he shoots threes.
Well, let me just give you one example.
All right, sure.
When Kobe shoots the three-pointer, why am I saying Kobe?
Because Kobe is unhappy that you're cheering for Golden State. No,
yeah,
that's all right.
When Steph shoots his three-pointers, he turns his back and walks away before the shot drops. And I see LeBron doing the same thing, trying to follow him to do the same thing. So those kind of things gets you excited when you watch Steph shoots from everywhere. He has the most three-pointers that you would know in the history of basketball.
Mm-hmm.
He was the only person who was voted unanimously as the season's MVP, and he has 4 by the way.
Okay.
And he also has 8 all-star appearances.
Okay.
He has the most three-pointers in playoffs. I mean, I could go on and on, but those of you who want to do it, just go on YouTube and look at all that they feature. Most of the features are on Steph Curry.
All right. So, all right, I hear what you have to say. Now, let me just make it clear that I am not necessarily a LeBron fan. LeBron plays for the Lakers now, so I will defend LeBron, but when he leaves, that it doesn't matter. What I would say to that is, and by the way, it's your opinion. It's no right or wrong, but if you watch highlights of LeBron James, you are more likely to see a variety of things. So Steph is definitely the greatest shooter of all time, and in my opinion, definitely, would I say top 5 player of all time? That's for another day. But Steph is basically just shooting his handles and everything like that. So what I would say is LeBron, he can shoot. We see a lot of his threes. LeBron can dunk. He doesn't have the greatest set of handles, but he can do it. His assists and his passes are sublime. He has these chase down blocks, which everybody knows about, including the Golden State Warriors. One of the reasons why they didn't win 2016, that famous shot block against Iguodala. So LeBron has essentially done everything you're supposed to do in basketball, in terms of he is very much multifaceted, whereas Steph is just one thing. Bear in mind that one thing is very important in basketball because that's what gets you the points. But in terms of excitement, I would say the average person would enjoy watching LeBron more than Steph Curry.
I hope you don't lose your journalistic license for saying something like that. But more people would enjoy watching Curry over LeBron. And the person who voted him as MVP for a season, unanimous. Steph, the only weakness that I see with Steph is maybe the defense. And it all has to do with his size. Okay. Steph is only 6 feet 3 inches tall, and yet he's able to still defend. I mean, poor Tatum and found that Steph would strip him every minute of the ball and so on. If they were on equal size, I mean, you could compare them. I give it to LeBron. LeBron is a specimen. He has a size, he bulldozes, he do all of those things. Sometimes LeBron doesn't defend, but he does everything else, and I give that to him. But I would say I would spend my money to watch Steph over LeBron if there was a choice.
All right. So if your life is on the line and you had to play some alien from outer space one-on-one, you're saying that you choose Steph over LeBron.
Oh dear. Remember basketball is a team sport, you know.
No, so the alien only wants one person to play against, and you have to choose them. LeBron or Steph Curry?
Well, I would still choose Steph. Maybe the alien is of the same size like LeBron, and might be able to block and do all of those things against LeBron. But remember when the big men from Boston tried to stop Steph, and they tried to close out the 3 points, etc. He just dribbled past them. There was a fellow by the name by Gobert from
Rudy Gobert, yes.
From Utah Jazz came over the line to defend Steph, and Steph turned him about 3 times, and then they went to the basket and scored. Because it's not one-dimensional. Everybody thinks that he's going to shoot 3 points. But no, he can go to the basket and he can do all of those things. So the man from outer space might be a big tall guy. And poor LeBron won't be able to get past him. But I'm sure Steph will, and if he doesn't come out, Steph is going to shoot from Mars and score from him on Earth.
All right. I don't think we're going to agree on this, but I guess that's why it's a debate. We should have a debating dad feature more often because yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, but you will lose again and again. In this season, maybe in football, you would win hands, not basketball.
You remember I played basketball and you didn't. Let's just make it clear. All right, so we are going to go into another break right here on Sports Talk, and when we come back, we should be joined by the father of Jordan and Julian Forte, Clinton Forte. So stay with us.
Fully connected with Flow Fiber Fast Internet at home and on the road, with LTE data and calls for a fast, reliable experience anywhere. Over 500 communities have been upgraded since 2020, making more of Jamaica Flow Fiber Fast. And with Yard and Road, get Flow Fiber Faster Yard and LTE Road for as low as $3,999 plus GCT. Visit discoverflow.co to get connected on Jamaica's largest network. Conditions apply.
Celebration Church presents our anniversary event with Kevin Townswell. Sunday, July 10th, 2022 at 5 p.m. at Celebration Church, Lot 1E Portmore Skating Rink behind Portmore Mall, St. Catherine. Bask in the anointing with one of the Caribbean's leading worship ministers. Experience the healing and miracle touch of God. Tickets $1,900 pre-sold, $2,500 at the gate. Get yours now at York Pharmacy Halfway Tree, Genus Pharmacy Portmore, and Lane Pharmacy Mona. Call us at 876-467-1527 for more information.
PJ's Distributors Santa Cruz, your Father's Day gift store, supplying your Nutrimix and Hypro feeds, plus other farm supplies. Visit PJ's Santa Cruz and select from their wide variety of Father's Day gift sets, mugs, especially for churches buying for their men's groups, colognes, watches, ties, belts, slippers, and lots more, all reasonably priced. Make PJ's your Father's Day store this year. Visit PJ's Distributors at the corner of Main Street and Market Street, Santa Cruz, St. Elizabeth. Call 876-966-2386 or 391-4045. PJ's Distributors Limited.
Our brother deals give extra love to dad this Father's Day. Buy a smartphone and get a free 7-day Prime Brother bundle. Upgrade your plan and get a gift of 100 gigabytes of data for social media streaming, music, movies, and live daily sports. Plus, even more any use data, more SMS, and more minutes. Now that's data we can't done. Just like your love for dad. Offer valid June 15 to 30 or while stocks last. Visit a Digicel store today. Digicel, made in Jamaica.
Attention all grade 11 high school students and parents. The Ministry of Education has paid for you to sit the City and Guilds Math and English exam on Thursday, June 30. Check with your school to see if you're registered for these exams. Don't miss the chance of a lifetime to be qualified with a certificate recognized by employers and universities worldwide. The exam consists of one paper. No SBA, no stress. A perfect alternative to the other exam. Call City and Guilds at 924-7808 or 924-7804. City and Guilds, the passport to your future.
Touch Life Global Initiative and the Temple of Praise International Ministers Fire and Prayer Conference, making full proof of your ministry. With speakers Bishop Dr. G.G. Cooper, Dr. D.M. Tickley, Prophet Michael Carter, Pastor Dr. O.J. Smiley, Professor Dr. Monica Dennis Jones, Dr. Ivana Thomas. Registration is free. Call or WhatsApp now 876-878-3304 or 291-5464. Saturday, June 25, 10 a.m. and 8 p.m. Sunday, June 26 at 12 p.m. The Celebration Church, Portmore Mall. A breakthrough awaits you.
Welcome back to Sports Talk here on Love 101. It's the pre-Father's Day edition. I am still here with my father, Davidton Blake, who is my co-host for this afternoon. So we're now going to be joined by someone whose sons got to that supreme level that I didn't get to. So his first son is an award-winning sports journalist, one of the top sports anchors in the region. And his other son is one of our best national sprinters right now. Let's add in Mr. Clinton Forte. Mr. Forte, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Danny, Mr. Forte. How are you? I'm good. How are you doing? And we are both my fathers. My boys' fathers. I'm getting feedback from not Daniel. Senior Daniel.
Oh, I don't know what's happening with him at all, But let me just start by asking you this, because I know that you've been watching the NBA season. Me and my father had a little debate earlier about Steph and everything. What did you make of the overall season, and were you surprised that the Warriors won it all?
Somewhat, because earlier they started early season. But as the season went on, about mid season, they started looking a bit shaky.
Mm-hmm.
Shaky in the sense that I would consider it to be a contender.
Mm-hmm.
But as it goes to play out and like the whole time Warriors, and I said that probably they have a chance. I was thinking something with the team that go back to finals. I was thinking that win time. But as it never happened.
All right. So, in regards to the Steph and LeBron debate, if you had to choose one person to watch, like somebody gave you a free ticket to watch either Steph or LeBron, who would it be?
I'm not hearing you properly. I don't know what's going on.
Are you hearing me a little better?
Hold on, Daniel. I'm not hearing you properly, Daniel.
All right. We are just going to go into a quick break, just trying to sort it out. Having some technical issues. So we're going to sort that out and get back with you really shortly. So stay with us.
What a heat! What a whole heap of sun! At the best time we explore. Come make we have some fun. You heard right. Summer is knocking on our doors. And you can be sure that Love 101, the family station, will be taking the fun to a town near you. And we're off! St. Elizabeth! St. Elizabeth! Love 101 is coming your way for the first stop in this year's I Love Summer. It's time to explore tour. Yes, we're kickstarting the fun in the town of Santa Cruz at Camric Hardware. Come join us Saturday, June 18 from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. for live performances, games, giveaways, prizes, and surprises. Come chat and interact with some of our very own Love 101 announcers. I Love Summer. It's time to explore tour. First stop, Saturday, June 18, 2 to 5 p.m. in the town of Santa Cruz at Camric Hardware on Santa Plaza. It's gonna be good. St. Elizabeth, here we come.
Love 101's I Love Summer Tour, the Jamaica 60 edition.
Love 101 I Love Summer Tour St. Elizabeth stop is sponsored by PJ's Distributors Limited, your affordable farm, household, haberdashery, and hardware store. Bashco Trading, the store that gives you more. Camric Hardware Limited, for all your hardware and building supplies. Prime Wholesale and Supermarket, for all your grocery items, meats, and more. Las Vegas Cafe Seafood Restaurant, home of the seafood. Ministry of Labor and Social Security, PATH, advancing your family, developing Jamaica. KCAM Tires and Oils, Little Ochi Seafood Restaurant, Advanced Refrigeration Service for all your refrigeration and AC unit services and supplies. Ministry of Health and Wellness, healthy people, healthy community. Bulldog Cleaning Services, your professional cleaners. Jamaica Customs, country above self. CG Truck Parts and Accessories, home of all your Isuzu and Mitsubishi truck parts. Sips Spring Water, Simply Sips, and Manchester Cooperative Credit Union, where service exceeds expectation.
All right, welcome back to Sports Talk here on Love 101. We apologize for the technical difficulties. We're hoping that it is sorted. We just try to adjust some things. I'm still with my father and co-host Davidson Blake, and As we introduced a little earlier, we are now joined by the father of Julian and Jordan Forte, Clinton Forte. Mr. Forte, can you hear me properly now?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right.
I can hear you properly now.
That is great. I was asking before my father asked you one of the first questions. If you had to choose between watching Steph and LeBron, who would you choose?
You see, there are two different players. There are two different players, and I really like. I enjoy watching both of them.
So you have no favorite at all?
In that regard, not necessarily.
All right.
I like both of them.
I think we all do. It's just I guess it's a matter of preference, but
preference.
Yeah, true. All right. My father definitely has the first question for you. Oh, you need to unmute yourself there, Dad.
I'm not hearing you properly. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's from my end.
It's still echoing, yes.
Because I'm
hear me? Hello? Can you hear me?
Mr. Blake,
Yes, I do.
Are you?
Hello?
Yes, I'm hearing you now. But there's a feedback. I don't know what's going on.
All right, let me try to adjust one more thing there. I really apologize to all the listeners who are and viewers affected by this. We're going to go into one more short break, try to adjust one more thing, and then hopefully we'll be able to do the interview. All right, so please stay with us. Please forgive us as we try to adjust.
What a heat! What a whole heap of sun! At the best time to explore. Come make we have some fun. You heard right. Summer is knocking on our doors. And you can be sure that Love 101, the family station, will be taking the fun to a town near you. And we're off! St. Elizabeth! St. Elizabeth! Love 101 is coming your way for the first stop in this year's I Love Summer. It's time to explore door. Yes, we're kickstarting the fun in the town of Santa Cruz at Camric Hardware. Come join us Saturday, June 18 from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. for live performances, games, giveaways, prizes, and surprises. Come chat and interact with some of our very own Love 101 announcers. I Love Summer. It's time to explore door. First stop, Saturday, June 18, 2 to 5 p.m. in the town of Santa Cruz at Camric Hardware on Santa Plaza. It's gonna be good. St. Elizabeth, here we come.
Love 101's I Love Summer Tour, the Jamaica 60 edition.
Love 101 I Love Summer Tour St. Elizabeth stop is sponsored by PJ's Distributors Limited, your affordable farm, household, haberdashery and hardware store. Bashco Trading, the store that gives you more. Camric Hardware Limited, for all your hardware and building supplies. Prime Wholesale and Supermarket, for all your grocery items, meats and more. Las Vegas Cafe Seafood Restaurant, home of the seafood. Ministry of Labor and Social Security, PATH, advancing your family, developing Jamaica. K-Cam Tires and Alls, Little Ochi's Seafood Restaurant. Advanced refrigeration service for all your refrigeration and AC unit services and supplies. Ministry of Health and Wellness. Healthy people, healthy community. Bulldog Cleaning Services. Your professional cleaners. Jamaica Customs. Country above self. CG Truck Parts and Accessories. Home of all your Isuzu and Mitsubishi truck parts. Sips Spring Water. Simply Sips. And Manchester Cooperative Credit Union, where service exceeds expectation.
Under the Law helps you to know your rights and how the laws of Jamaica can help you defend those rights. We've been doing it for 50 years. That's right. The program is brought to you on Thursdays by the Ministry of Labor and Social Security, providing opportunity, stability, and social protection. Under the Law, Thursdays at 6:20 a.m., 2:35, 6:45, and 9:10 p.m. on Love 101 FM.
We want to hear your best. My daddy means so much to me because story. Get your story of your hero dad, your father who stood with you through the tough times, your father who was present in your life as a child. Let us celebrate the fathers who played their role, who understood and still understand the importance of being a father. This Sunday during Sunday Showcase with Sarah Ann, call in and share your My Daddy stories and let us continue the narrative. There are great fathers out there. It's all happening on the family station, Love 101.
Father's Day, come again.
Love 101, the family station, would like to take this time to appreciate all fathers who are present, priest and provider for their family. Present, being there for the children and for the household. Priest, praying over your children and your family. And a provider, doing your best as much as you can do for your family. Happy Father's Day from us here at Love 101.
Love 101, the family station, would like to honor all fathers for the strength and courage you show. We honor you. Happy Father's Day from us here at Love 101.
All right, welcome back to Sports Talk right here on Love 101. We have been having some technical difficulties and we apologize for that, but we do have my father Davidson on the phone as well as Mr. Clinton Forte. Mr. Forte, can you hear us?
Yes, I'm hearing you now, properly.
All right, great. So, Daddy, you can go ahead.
Can you hear me, Mr. Forte?
Yes, I can hear you, Mr. Blake.
Right. So, maybe because you have the fourth KC name where we're not hearing us each other well, but let's go ahead. You have two sons, Jordan and Julian. Both have success in sports, one on the track and one off the track. Did their love for sports come natural, or was it something that you instilled in them?
You know, I think it's probably a little of both. Where Jordan is concerned, I know that I used to watch a lot of sports on TV. You know, whether it is basketball game or football or whatever. Cricket, and you still have a interest. I could see that from way back that he had a keen interest in watching sports and so commentary and stuff. So where Julian is concerned, Julian has always been participative, I guess he's just naturally talented, athletic-wise, So from prep school, he was always involved with the football team, and also later on at prep track and field. And he carried through high school and where he is now, So it's basically, I don't know, it worked out that way, because we basically, we're quite avid with sports, and we're very instrumental in trying to, encourage them, when we saw that they were really interested,
Okay, great.
So both of them, as you mentioned, did sports at VAS and the Wolmers, and we often hear about, the balancing sports and education discussion. Right. How were you able to ensure they found that balance, being competitive and successful in sports, but also in their schoolwork as well?
Well, it's about just trying to encourage them and let them know that, utilize your talent and at the same time do your schoolwork, Try and make sure that your schoolwork is not put on the back burner, You have to, make sure that you do your homework and study and prepare for exams. So, I suppose that, it after years of doing it becomes like natural, second nature, second place.
Great. That's great to hear that. Therefore, balancing education and sports. But Jordan competed in cricket and somewhat track and field, but moved into sports journalism and is now a top sports anchor in the country, winning several journalism awards. Were you surprised that he went in this career, and how pleasing it is for you to see him on national radio and TV regularly?
I was a bit surprised in the initial stage when when he actually finished high school and wanted to go to university, UWI to be exact. And he said that, I asked him, so what you really going to do now, what you really like, and he said that he wants to do journalism, So I was just a little bit surprised because I thought that he would have probably done like more in the finance field or something like that, because I knew that he liked well, not really, but he had a good feel for accounts and some business subjects and so. But anyhow, I said to him that, all right, fine, if it's what you want to do, fine. And I knew also that he had a good grasp of a wide array of sports, and he was quite eloquent and good with words, So I just figured that, all right, well, let's see, just whatever you're going to just make sure say you understand that this is what you want to do, and you have to just do the best that you can, And so I went to UA and did journalism, communications. And he did he I think specialized in sports journalism, Carmack. So that's what he has his degree in.
I'm sure you're very proud of him. My son was on TV and radio for a couple of years, and I was very proud. So I can just imagine you.
I'm really proud of of their achievements to date. And I know that they have a lot of talent, and we continue to support them, as much as they're adults, but
Okay, and I don't want us to forget Julian, because Julian is the favorite of a lot of people on his deal. But Julian has made several national teams, including last summer's Olympics. But he has struggled with injuries throughout his career as a father. How bad does it affect you when these injuries occur, and what kind of advice do you give him to keep him going?
Well, it really affects me. I don't think it affects me as much as it could affect him, but it affects me. And I usually try to figure out how we could do anything different to minimize these injuries, or to get over them fully. But we know that this comes with the territory.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you might look on and say, "Boy, but it's almost like it's really tough, because you see other people there, and them don't seem to really injured, or they don't really get injury, just any at all." And you keep saying that, boy, when you just don't know why he must get injured so often. But in putting the work, in committed, and I'm still optimistic, and I'm still a work hard. I know that he has a lot of talent. I know that is probably, if it wasn't for these injuries, he could have achieved much more, so, we try to, tell him not to get down when he has any major one, but try to work it back.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So we have less than a minute to go, Mr. Forte. So if in less than a minute, could you give some advice to fathers out there who have children in sports or who want to do sports? Like, what kind of advice would you give to them?
Well, the advice would be take it seriously, encourage them, support them. Yes, you might not have all the means, but just to, give them the moral support, and to encourage them to, balance. Don't forget about the schoolwork. Balance the thing, and that whatever them like, if this is what them like, they must try and focus on it and do the best that they can, so that it can be worth their while, and have fun while doing it,
Yeah. Your sons have truly made you proud, and clearly you've been a good father to them. Mr. Forte, thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you and your sons the best.
Thank you very much, Daniel, for having me, and thanks for Mr. Stina Blake as well. I see where Daniel get the enthusiasm from with the sports as well. Yeah, Mr. Blake? He's not there.
Look like he got cut off a bit, but...
okay.
All right, Mr. Forte, take care. All right, so that is the show for today. Daddy, you're still there, correct?
Yes, I am.
All right. Thank you so much for joining me today. Despite the technical difficulties, I'm sure that you did pretty well. People enjoyed you, and maybe we should do it again next time when everything is nice and smooth.
Yeah, maybe we should do it when it's nice and smooth. Sorry for the unmitigated disaster that we had today. But
That's okay. That's okay. All right, Dad, thank you so much. Thank you to everyone who tuned in today. We apologize for all the technical difficulties. You know, sometimes those happen. But enjoy Father's Day tomorrow. Enjoy the weekend. And remember, Sports Talk was brought to you by Jamaica Customs Agency, Country Above Self. Again, enjoy your weekend and join me again next week.